let's just watch and listen.
See the engine start to throttle down.
Miko. Ship ignition. Boost back burn start up. Space separation.
Speed separation confirmed. We've got 6 engines running on ship. Booster is doing its boost back burn, continuing now towards its splashdown site in the Gulf. We've seen all 6 rifles lit up on ship. You heard them report ship chamber pressure is nominal, so that chamber pressure, just that expected thrust level in those Raptor engines on the ship. 3 vacuum optimized, 3 steam level, all looking good.
It's going faster than a trailer, you could drive him back to Mandra.
Nah, the business end from the ship.
The next flight is about an hour now into it, but what's interesting is, I don't know if you know, this will be the main ship will drop off the coast of up near the Pecos Islands.
At this point, we finished our
so they're dropping off in
burn.
that thing on that side is dropping off in
the first of the 2 burns
in
after
the Indian
a launch
Ocean.
that the booster's going to do today. So now it's
right. Who's pitching?
It's not going to be quite as aggressive of a flight down. We relax that angle of attack
All right.
a little bit.
Should we
Let's
move
get
on, or
going.
is this going to get?
Yeah, nothing happens
There's going to be
now.
more.
It's engine.
We'll find out as it
for the
falls
landing first.
apart.
Those are going to be a little easy next time.
All right. Oh, we need some mates. Where's my slide deck? All right. You take us away, Dave, while I get
Good morning. My name's Dave Newman. This is the beautiful Scott Glue, and Erin at the back there. And Nina is not here. She'll probably rock up in about half an hour. But we are the organisers of Morning Startup. We've been doing this since late 2012. Scott and I have done this for over a decade now. And the purpose of Morning Startup is essentially we just want to bring people who want to sort of make cool stuff and create cool businesses and change things, bring them together and talk all things tech, all things startup, all things entrepreneurial. Every 2 weeks, rain, hail or shine. And every 2 weeks we'll give you an interesting speaker, or like today we're going to allow you to pitch. And it's always good to be pitching. As I say, you'll always be pitching.
Absolutely.
As the saying goes.
Always be pitching. Yep.
But we have a format. So
let's do it.
hit the button.
All right.
It's a beautiful
First of all, intros, I guess. Oh, you've already done that.
Yeah, already done that.
Okay. To be frank, I'll have to change my name.
We're all startup founders ourselves at different stages in the journey, and we're basically just here to share some of the, I guess, the mess ups that we've done over the years, and make sure that you can kind of leapfrog those ones.
Get everyone in the startup space in the same room at the same time every 2 weeks. Good stuff happens. That's the idea. So thanks for coming. We like to do shameless plugs and announcements. So obviously there's people pitching today. So excluding you guys, does anyone else want to stand up, do a 30-second pitch on what they're working on, a cool event that's coming up, anything at all that might be of interest to the startup community? All right.
You just stand up, turn around, introduce yourself.
Whatever you like.
Don't forget to have an eye.
Testing.
Well, yeah.
Oh, it's lots
If
more
you got
people
one.
here now.
No pressure.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Georgina Westgarth, and I've recently launched New Heights Co. I've worked in the events industry for over 20 years now, and I noticed that whilst I was qualified, there's lots of people who've fallen into event management who actually aren't qualified and need a bit of a helping hand. Whilst a lot of people think it's just making lists and using Excel, there's a lot more to it, although there is processes and procedures that make it really, really easy that you can roll out every time. So my job now is to welcome lots of people who need assistance in this space and coach and mentor people so that they can really excel in event management and enjoy it, not lose sleep, just have the tricks and the tips up their sleeve to really enjoy event management, and for people who are in new business or people who are wanting just to upskill, that kind of thing. New Heights Co. Ready to rock and roll, and just starting
Awesome.
off.
So like people doing meetups every 2 weeks, for example, those sorts of events.
Everybody else want to pitch?
Awesome.
Hi everyone, my name is Scott. I am founder of Edmagine, which is an innovative AI platform dedicated to disengaged students who don't get mainstream schooling. So First Nations, disabilities, and changing the curriculum to see themselves in it first. So sharing stories where they can actually make connections into the curriculum, feel success and feel confidence, so we can actually have a society that achieves rather than flails. So, yeah.
I like it. It's a big problem. Good on you. Cheers. What are you looking for?
Yeah, what are you looking for? What's your ask?
Oh, my friends.
Friends.
Apart from that, tech developers, really co-founder. I'm very much in the pilot stage of it. So if you do feel that passion, absolutely have a chat with me.
Fantastic. Thanks for coming down. Cheers. Anyone else? More shameless plugs, announcements? No?
We know who you new people are, so
Yeah. That's
No one
cool.
else?
We've got some shameless plugs of our own. Founder Sundowner, first Wednesday of every month. Look at these fun, happy people that are at the pub getting to know each other, other founders. So if that's your style, come along. It's the first Wednesday of every month at the other side of nowhere in West Leederville from 5:30 p.m. West Tech Fest.
Oh, yes. Roto Fest, back on.
Yeah, Roto's back on. They got Freo, as always, the West Tech main. But if you want to go to all of them, they've got early bird tickets for the entire week. So get around it. West Tech Fest. Has anyone not heard of West Tech Fest before? Not been?
Oh, definitely. It's where all of the entrepreneurial community from not just Perth, but also from Australia will come across into Perth, and it all kind of culminates finally on an awesome day. Obviously, it's all awesome for the event. The main event is on the Wednesday, Freo's on the Thursday, and then Roto on the Friday. Yeah, but make sure, if you're going to do it, my advice is get your tickets early, like now, because they sell out really quickly.
Especially Roto. If you want to go to Roto.
As soon as it comes on, it's gone.
Yeah, you've got to get your boat pass and all that stuff. All right, wicked. So we've got a pitch event today, in case you weren't aware. We've got some awesome startups. The way we're going to choose who was good or not good or whatever is using these emojis at the bottom. So jump onto Slack, scan the QR code. If you're not a member of the Morning Startup Slack group, it's a good place to go so you can ask questions and talk to other founders between Morning Startup events. Or just go to slack.morningstartup.com and that should take you to the invite page. And once we've gone through all of these startups, by the way, people that are pitching and don't know the order, that's the order. So you came in late. And where are you?
HealthPointe.
HealthPointe. Cool, right in the middle. Sweet. So once we're done, you're going to choose your favourite 3 startups, and then we're going to look at the emojis and see who wins. Cool. Everyone got the QR code? All right, sweet. It'll come up again. Look at that. You know what that is, Dave?
Tranquility.
That's a live stream.
Ha I like it. Hey, it's better than the formality joke.
So that's thanks to the Department of Economic Development and something.
I got a high
Bring it
five
on.
that one. That's a proper dad joke.
Took me all night to get that right. They've got a bunch of programs. This is an old slide. I've asked them for an updated logo and everything, but the government, the WA state government, they do a whole range of things for startups and innovation in WA. So thank you to them, and including putting on the live stream, because the folks at perthvideo.com.au, that you can grab your live streaming wherever you want live streaming.
And also go and check out the URL, scan the QR code, because we record every single session and have been doing it for at least the last 2 years. And there's a lot of content on there from founders, from everything from how to pitch, how to get yourself ready for pitching or for taking money, all the way through to Lee Goldsworthy's one last week, which was the week before, which was
trying to find a good
CTO. So definitely go and check it out.
Yeah, all of the past events for sure. What was I going to say? Don't worry. It's all good. Yeah, you guys don't do it for free. I know you would because you love it, but
check them out.
The government helps pay for that. So thank you very much. Ammo.
If you haven't got a marketing company, then check out Ammo Marketing. Good, great marketing company, can help you kind of look at your SEO and everything from your social media. But the most important thing, check out their Weird Growth podcast. Super interesting, out on all good streaming services. Some great podcasts on there, including
founders.
Mr. Glue himself.
Yeah, a long time ago. Get on it. Thanks, Dave.
Glenn is an apology. He's not here, but those of you who know Glenn, he's a stalwart to the morning startup community. But if you are looking for your next job, or you are looking for someone to join your team, then check out Beecham Group, who are IT recruitment specialists here in Perth. They've been massive advocates of Morning Startup for as long as I can remember. So
absolutely,
thank you very much to them.
Building your team out, you need to get the best people.
And I think it's just important. The reason we have these supporters up here on the page is that whilst Scott myself, Erin and Nina do this for the love of giving back to the community. Every 2 weeks we get up here and we put this on, and Scott does a lot of work behind the scenes, and I'm the chairperson. And Nina's the banner person, and so on.
It does cost a bit of money.
It costs money for us to run this. So we have food in the back, we have the subscription, so that's why we have these supporters here.
Absolutely. So thank you very much, Glenn and Beecham Group.
Purpose.
So who's at that stage where they really need funding to get to the next stage of their business? All right. And who's looking to be a billion-dollar company at some stage? All right. Okay. So that means all of you are venture fundable, or you think you're venture fundable.
Yes.
So hit up Purpose Ventures.
I think more importantly, who's got a coffee at the moment? Who bought that? Keep your hands up if you bought that coffee from Joey Zaza's. Shame on the rest of you. Jeez. It's free. So I'd like to say thank you to Purpose and Derek. It's free. If you paid for it, if you got it from there, if you want a coffee, pop down just before it ends. I'll be closing the tab out at just before 9. But every morning start up, Purpose kindly pay for the coffees. So keep us caffeinated.
Absolutely. Thank you,
And also
Derek,
check out, if you are looking to get money, go back to the Perth video, check out one of the presentations by Derek on how VCs are always monitoring you when you're going. Like they're always seeing how you act. They're backing you, the founder, 9 times out of 10, not the business.
Hot tip, if you sit down in the boardroom with Derek, make sure you put your glass away at the end of the thing. You know, just little things like that. All right, cool. Everest Engineering, got Tom here. Thank you, Tom. So these guys are our new sponsor. They joined us at the last event. So if you're looking for developers, you need to build out your team, you need to build an app, you need to build your startup, you need Everest Engineering. So get on top of them and they can help you out. And it's not just building, right? You guys also help with validation. So the thing I like about you guys is you will say no. Like if you're not at that stage, you don't need to spend $100,000 building an app. They'll tell you and say, no, you actually need to go and see if there's a market there. And they've got a range of partners and things that can help you out with that too. So it's all built here in Perth, or not in Perth, but Australia. So I think your headquarters in Melbourne, and you've got some Eastern Coast things and developers in other places of the world. So get around them. Thank you. And you guys are supplying the food.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we've got some food at the back and we'll have about half an hour of networking, depending on how the pitches go. Get around it. Thank you.
And last but not least, check out these awesome supporters. SpaceCube, we wouldn't be able to run it if they didn't give it to us for free. And we bring you beautiful people in every 2 weeks. If you are looking for a co-working space, check out this place, which is Riff. Check out Flux at the end, and they've got Fern. And then also they've got the Western Sydney Startup Hub over in Parramatta. So, and there's other places around up and down WA. So check them out. Subscribe to Startup News, albeit almost, I hate to say it, I've kind of given up on Startup News. I almost feel like we should take them off because I haven't had an article for
still hopeful
years.
Yeah, there's stuff in there.
There's stuff
I don't know.
It doesn't come out like it used to do.
Support them anyway. If you've got a startup story, hit up Startup News and they will write it and put it up on the web and get you some SEO juice and all of that stuff.
It just feels like it could be more. That's all. If you're listening, we love it, but really do a bit more. Startup WA and Plus 8. If you are looking for to get further, then check out Plus 8. It's an accelerator. They've got different things. They've got Sprint. They've got the actual main accelerator, which is in the second part of the cohort, where they've all got their funding. I think they're off to the States soon, all of them. So
back to the States.
They're going off to Austin. Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. All right. And you scan the QR code. This is by the folks at MeshPoints. There's a whole bunch of programs in WA that like universities run. There's AgriStart if you're in agriculture. There's Core if you're in resources. So depending on what segment you're in, there's a group in WA that can help you out and get that business firing. So there's a little co-pilot feature on this website. You can just say, I'm in ag tech, and it will lead you to the right place. So thanks to the guys at MeshPoints for putting that resource together. And if you want to get in touch with us, we're Morning Startup on all of the things. Here's the Slack QR code again. If anyone missed it and wants to join the group to vote for your favourite startup, get around it. Probably best to follow us on LinkedIn. That's kind of all I can be bothered putting out there.
That's the easiest one.
Social networks. It's a thing. Oh, this is going to be cool. Who's heard about AI? All right, cool. So if you want to build, launch and monetize an app, this is going to be kind of exciting. A Carl did this a little while ago with no-code tools with Elizabeth Knight, and now he's taken the AI approach. So I think he's actually going to do it live here, build a whole app in 30 minutes. So I think we should clap him out at the 30-minute mark. That's what we're doing today. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Cool. So come along. That's in 2 weeks' time. And that's formalities out of the way. Yeah, cool. There's formalities there. Yeah, come on. Yeah.
Okay. Right, so thank you to everybody that has pitched. I think I will just start. What's the next slide? Or is it the slide of it? Yes.
That's it. All right, so we're into it.
So when it comes to pitching, we've all, as founders, stood there and had pitching. And I'm just going to give my speech that I always give to anybody that's about to pitch. I do it when I'm at the +8 and that. When you pitch, people are going to give you opinions on, doesn't matter if it's here, now or later, people are going to talk about your business, whether they like it, dislike it, they're going to give you your opinion. And opinions are like arseholes. Everyone's got one, and it's up to you whether or not you want to take it on board or not. Now, when people pitch, you may get some people that just think your idea is absolutely terrible, and you think like it's a personal attack on you, but trust me, it's not. As you grow through, even at like the size that we are now as my company, like if someone criticizes the company, you take it personally, right? You think it's a personal attack on you, but it's not. So I just think as founders, when you're going through this, one advice I would do is try and disconnect that kind of piece of, like this startup is precious, it's your baby, and essentially if someone's criticizing it, they're telling you your baby's ugly. And that's not the case. They might be coming from a place of love. So let us know when you stand up how critical you want us to be. We'll give it constructively.
Well, does anyone not want critical feedback?
Does anyone
today?
not want the feedback?
Brutal, honest feedback.
I'm just going to say, give us a number between 1 and 10. 10 you just go, unleash, tell us what you generally think.
I think everyone wants...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's pitching for the very first time today? Wow, okay.
I also, out of the group of us, we've got Softy over here, and you've got myself, who basically, I've been in the dungeons and had literally cried walking down San Francisco or down
Sand Hill Road,
Sun Valley High Street in California, because I had Elon Musk's former roommate tell me that my idea was terribly shit and I should just go home and get a proper job. So. Again, it's
still valid.
But it was building. The one thing I'll take from it was character building. It was you go away, you reform yourself, and you go, do you know what? I'm going to do better next time. And it's that grit as founders that you need to build, and you need to kind of just thicken it up. I'm not fat. It may look like that. I'm just thick-skinned. Okay.
All right, well, let's get into it. On that note, we'll try and be as supportive as we can, and Dave will be as brutal as he can, and we'll go from there.
I may just keep quiet.
So the way it works, 3-minute pitches. We're going to clap you out at the 3-minute mark, and then we'll have a couple of minutes for Q&A from the audience. So if you've got a burning question you want to ask the person pitching, put your hand up. We'll bring the mic to you for the live stream, so don't do it without the mic. And keep it short. So we want to hear from the person pitching, not from you and your life story and things. So, all right, let's go. Educated Builds. Dale, please make her welcome. Pitch number 1. Cool. Is that one on? Just hold it right up.
Test.
Yeah.
All right. I need a clicker.
There's your clicker.
Oh, this is a different clicker.
I'll put your notes on there.
Just going to hold them. Yeah.
All right, let's go.
All right, well, firstly, thank you for the opportunity. Thank you to the sponsors. Thank you to Morning Startup. So, hi, guys. My name is Dale. I'm from Educated Builds. And the truth is that most people sign off on their floor plans without actually knowing what they're accepting. So they assume that their plan is functional because it looks fine on paper, and then they move in and they have problems like having no storage or light switches that are hidden up behind the door. So these aren't just design hiccups, they are costly mistakes, and it does cause unnecessary stress on families. So, I probably need a click. Here we go. Ta-da! I have spent 20 years in the building industry, and I've seen firsthand how overwhelming the process can be, and how easily the small details can actually deeply affect how you live in the home. Click. That's why I created Floor Plan Review Pro. It's fast, it's cheap, and also it's a second expert eye opinion. So peace of mind for one of the biggest investments you're going to do in your life. So $2.99 will get you a video walkthrough in everyday language, a PDF of the plan so you can review it at any time, and real honest feedback without the jargon and without the sales agenda. I have done reviews in the past and had clients tell me that the service has saved them thousands of dollars. They can now get their four-wheel drive into the garage without having any issues because of garage heights. And also they can turn the kettle and the toaster on at the same time, having more power points. So regrets they would have had to have lived with for their entire years to come. This offer is perfect for families and first home buyers, anybody that wants some clarity around the flow, function and livability in their home. So this is a introductory offer. I only take 10 plans per month because I review them all myself. And it makes sense. If you're going to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, it's just a quick, easy check. If you know somebody that's building or you deal with clients, so you're a broker or a consultant, and this will help them get what they deserve from their money, we can talk. I'm Dale from Educated Builds. I help decode plans and build confidence. Thank you for listening. Oh gosh, be nice, don't make me cry.
Very cool. All right.
You have 45 seconds.
45 seconds left. Good job.
Ooh, I'm
Questions?
shaking. Can you see that? That's definitely the video not shaking on me.
Does anybody have some questions for Dale? All right.
That was awesome. Thanks very much.
Why, thank you.
Humans have been building houses for a long time. Why is there still this constant issues?
So the issues do arise from the software. Obviously, a lot of builders use CAD or a standard type of software, and they just input a door. And draftspeople are obviously also under pressure, so they're just inputting the door. They're not actually looking at whether that door is going to hit the dishwasher or those kinds of different things, and it is left up to the next stage. So obviously this doesn't apply for every single builder, but that first home buyer kind of market where they're doing 50 odd houses a month, there's always little things that can pop up. Yeah.
How long does it take you to do a review?
So I don't actually plan to do it one-on-one with people because obviously people need the time, and also I found, especially with couples, sometimes they don't agree on what's being told to them. So then at least they can kind of sit down, review it themselves, review it together, then meet with their builder afterwards. But a 7-day turnaround, for me, it's probably only about a 2 to 3 hour process, and it will all be sent off to them.
So a couple of things about your pitch. What
Tell
is
me.
your ask? You had an ask? You were just asking for customers here, or you asking for investment? Or?
No, asking for, obviously, to spread the word, and then if you are somebody that deals with like finance brokers or a sales consultant or dealing with even selling existing homes for renovations, so spreading the word. If it is somebody that does deal with clients, then obviously we can talk about referral type programs as well.
And tell me how you plan to scale your business. So is it just going to be yourself, and this is like essentially what we class as a cottage-based business?
Yes, so at this stage, so I am a mum with 2 young children, so at this stage I need obviously extra money, as everybody does, but also where I don't have to take up a lot of time, so I can do this on weekends or after hours and things like that. So at this stage, yes, but obviously for the future when those children grow as well, and when I have more time.
Okay. We've got 9 seconds if someone else wants to ask a question. No? Let's give you a round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Sweaty microphone.
Good job, Dale. All right. Who's next? We've got food taste labelling system. All right. David? Bring it on. Okay. There's your clicker. There's your mic. Want to put your notes up there or whatever. Please make David welcome.
Good morning, everyone. I'm David Chen, and today I'm excited to present to you our project. It's called Food Labeling System, a groundbreaking innovation that have already received some patients and patient pending in the United States and Australia. We all know the same illness comes from mouth. Today's health problems like sub-health, obesity, and chronic diseases are often caused by poor dietary choices. At the same time, consumers face a huge challenge how to choose food that is both nutritious and tasty, while also match their tasting preferences. In daily life, we all had this experience. Some food is too sweety or too salty or too spicy. Yes, when we buy it, we can't know in advance whether it suits our taste. Every culture describes flavors differently, and until now, there has been no global standard for food tasting and mouthfeel. This makes it difficult for people worldwide to select food that is both tasty and nutritious. Our food labeling system solves this problem. We propose an innovative, standardized way to label key information such as tasting profile, calories, nutrition, additives, and allergens on food packaging using procedures, numbers, and intuitive graphics. Yeah. For example, spices like represented by a red chili, like this, and bitterness by bitter melon, sourness by lemon, and saltiness by salt Quitos, all combined with procedures-based scores. Alongside this, the label also shows colorants, fat, protein, additives, and allergens. Yeah, that's clear. This system is multi-language, so can use in all countries of the world. Emerges in today's highly competitive market, every food produce is trying to win customers' attention. With our labeling system, consumers can precisely choose food that match their taste and nutrition need. Food with our labeling will get more popularity. Once producers realize this, they will edit our system to boost sales.
It's harsh.
Thumbs
It's
up.
harsh.
Yeah.
Okay, questions?
2 minutes. Any questions?
Erin's got one at the back.
I want to say I love this as someone who travels a lot and can't eat gluten, egg or dairy. I absolutely love the problem that you're trying to solve. One of the things when we think about pitches, I was told to me by an investor many time ago, was jockey, horse and race. So you've done a great job at describing the problem. I'm really fascinated to know, David, what is your passion? Why have you decided, why would someone invest in you as a person? Like, it's a great problem. Tell us more about you.
Yeah, that's all from my life experience. Sometimes I go to shops, I buy some food that's too salty for me or too sweet for me. I just want to know why I can't know the taste suit me or not before I buy. So that's the problem. I go to the overseas, go to another country, I go to the restaurant, I order some dish, it's very salty for me. I can't eat. So I want to know before I buy. So that's, I do decide this.
While I go over there, who are you selling this to? Like food manufacturers or people like me buying it? Who's the customer?
That was my question.
Oh, sorry. Do you want to say it in a better way?
That's everybody need to know before we buy, especially the older people. Some people can't eat too sweet because of diabetes. Some people can't eat too salty because of the high blood pressure. For me, I got high blood pressure. I can't eat too much salty, and I can't eat too much sweety food because I got diabetes as well.
Who's paying you money though?
The factory, the food factory. They use my labeling system, can get more customer.
That's your 2 minutes question. I do have one question though, just because the internal 4-year-old is asking. How do you determine what's sweet and what's spicy? So if I had a spice, it might have just an asbestos mouth and be able to go, do you know what that is? That's a 1, and I'm going, that's a 9.
Yeah, I have a standard to show how it's sweet. Use a degree like 60 degrees sweet or 40 degree chili I have another standard to show the food
Interesting.
taste.
Let's have a round of applause. Well done.
Thank you, everybody.
All right, good job, David. Thanks for that. By the way, during the networking, come and have a chat with the founders and give them direct feedback. Also put it in Slack if you've got questions that they can answer after this as well. All right, we've got Gravity Tech. Sil, where's Sil? Bring it on. All right, please make Sil welcome. There's your mic. There's your clicker.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. My name is Cecilio del Rosario. You can just call me Sil. So what I am going to present is, it is about my 23 years of research and developing about this gravity technology. But when I asked a patent lawyer here, he told me not to disclose it until I have the patent on it. So just, it keeps me asking, how can I ask for funding if I cannot tell anyone what I am doing? So this is what I came up. I compare it to other similar technology that been developing by other countries, which is the fusion technology. What is fusion technology? So you can see it also in the internet. It is the process that powers the sun. And basically, if we take it all the technicals, it is something like you fuel it once and it will run forever. So who are the countries that involved in this? First, Canada raised over 500 million Canadian dollars, including Jeff Bezos, who owns Amazon. And then others are China, which is the biggest spender about this, $1 trillion. That is T. $1 trillion and $1.5 billion annually. That's a lot. And the list will goes on. France, Europe, Japan, South Korea, and of course USA. So when they started from 1940s, almost 100 years. So they still not expected it until 2039. So I doubt, because basically it is something like creating something out of nothing, because you put one fuel and it will run forever. So it will violate one of this law of thermodynamics, which state that energy and mass cannot be created or destroyed, only converted from one point to another. So I doubt it will be built. So now what I am offering is the same unlimited electrical supply that fusion has promised, not by creating something out of nothing, but by converting the unlimited pulling force of gravity into electricity. And this is what I am asking.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any questions? I'm going to actually keep my feedback right to the very end, just as a whole, because I think it's collective to give feedback as a group, because I'm seeing some trends. But well done. Any questions for... Where is it? Oh, you got a question. There we go.
I'm worried that there are a lot of companies, especially in the UK and the United States and China, as you mentioned, that are developing this technology.
Yes.
How can you, as a small startup, compete with them?
Oh, I don't compete with them. I just do what I love to do. That's how I look on it. Okay, please.
Just to clarify, you're not doing fusion, you're just doing something that would generate the same levels of energy as fusion, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, interesting. So can you maybe I know you can't give too much details, but can you maybe elaborate a little bit on the principles that would create the energy maybe?
Yeah, sure. as we all know, gravity is only a force that is pulling. But there is also other natural force that also use the same pulling force of gravity, which is called the buoyant force. You know, the buoyant force will lift up something, and the gravity will pull down something. So it goes like that then. But I cannot go any more details about that because I will be in trouble later.
Cool. Just a bit of feedback on the slide deck. So too many words. If you could put just a concept or something on each slide, because no one wants to read all of that and try and listen to you at the same time.
Yes.
So just try and boil that down. That's probably my main piece of feedback. And yeah, it's always hard trying to pitch something when you can't actually tell anyone what it is.
Yes.
But I think comparing it to Fusion, that's probably a good way to go.
Thank you.
But yeah, so you're looking to raise money. Do you have it working? Is there a testable, like a prototype out there?
Yeah, sure.
It's working? You've got a prototype?
I have a prototype back in other country. Then my wife and I need to go here, so I dismantled it there. But I tested it there. I can make it from the ratio of 1 to 3. It is more like a car that when we start, it will run continuously, but by the pulling force, the fuel will be the pulling force of gravity, not some other external fuel.
Okay. All right, well, good luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Good job. Okay. Getting some... don't take the clicker with you. You're sabotaging the next startup. All right, HealthPointe. Let's go. Can I make this 10 times bigger? There we go. All right, you'll need a mic.
Thank you.
You want to click? No, you don't need that.
And
all right. Please make her welcome.
Hey guys, good morning. Thanks for coming in. My name is Anjali Warrior, and I'm actually a vet, but I'm really passionate about people's health, and that's why I've got HealthPointe. So I guess starting. So when I ask people about their health, they all say our health is #1 priority, and there's nothing more important than our health. But the real question is, so what are you doing to make your #1 priority? And I guess that's where HealthPointe comes in. HealthPointe is an app-based program that allows you to go on a journey of optimal health. And it's also it's an optimal health program that's disguised as a weight loss. Yeah. There's 4 program essentials. The first one is snacking. So unlike carbs and fat, our body doesn't store excess protein. So we say eat protein every 60 to 120 minutes. The second one is movement. We're designed to be moving creatures, but due to our lifestyle and our work habits, we become sedentary creatures. And so walking is something we have access to everywhere and every day. The third thing is accountability and supplementing. Due to food intake and our habits, there's a nutritional gap, and I guess that's why we need to supplement. And we get our supplements from Nutrilite, and it's called NutriWay in Australia. And this is a company that controls everything from seed to supplement to the owner. So you know that you're getting what's said on the product. And the last thing is thinking. Every action begins with a thought, and repeated actions become a habit. So it all starts with a head. And I guess that's the program. So I'm really interested in helping people go back to the basics and get healthy physically and mentally. Thanks, guys. Okay, less than 3 minutes. Oh. Damn. Should have taken longer?
All right, questions? Any questions?
Yeah, can you help with like joint pain and that sort of thing? Because those are things that I think that limit your mobility a little bit if you've been in some sort of accidents or things like that.
Yep. So like I said, it's an optimal health program. Yeah. And obviously, I always keep getting this word confused. Disguised as weight loss. And obviously, fat is something that's put on and causes all the problems with joints and all the other problems we get. So, yeah, but we can, yeah.
Is it a one-to-one service program, or is it an app?
It's personalized.
Did I just take your question again? Are you serious?
So it's a personalized program and it's app-based, and yeah.
All right. Is that based on the App Store and you
Yep.
sign up?
Yep.
Take us through it, the solution.
You need to know someone who's doing the program, and under them you can get through, and then yeah, it's available through the app.
In terms of the accountability piece, I've tried many times and failed myself many times. Like, is there a social aspect where people can hold each other accountable?
So like I said, it's one-on-one. So we set up groups on Messenger where you've got yourself, and then you've got a support team, and then your mentors, obviously. Yeah. That's why we said it's one-on-one there.
And what are you looking for at the moment?
I guess I'm looking for anyone that's interested in gaining optimal health. So
Customers?
Yep, anyone.
Not taking investors or anything like that?
So it's so NutriWay, Nutrilite, it's under Amway, and they're direct selling. So I don't store any of the products.
How much does it cost?
I've got it written down, but there's a few different breakdowns depending on what we're comfortable with.
I don't want to steal any more questions. Anyone got anything else? How much time we got?
I got a question. So this is not proprietary to yourself. This is essentially you're selling like a bigger company's program here. Is that right? Because you just said it was from Amway.
Yes, I guess with Amway you've got independent business owners. So it's my own business I'm starting and doing HealthPointe with, but I'm not recruiting for Amway, if that makes sense.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah?
Sure.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Cool.
Thank you very much. Well done. All right. Caning through them. So who's next? We've got Misa air conditioning system. All right, Eric. Take it away, sir. Please make him welcome, Eric.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Scott. And thanks, everybody, for this opportunity to speak to you. I have invented an air conditioning system that uses very, very little electricity. It will save about between 60 and 70% of electricity from current systems. I know that sounds unbelievable, but it's true. Current refrigeration systems use a vapour that compresses a vapour, and it uses the latent heat to actually produce the refrigeration system. And that means that the small amount of material is used to circulate, and so the machinery is quite small. But the problem with that is that the energy you put into compressing the vapour cannot be recovered. And my system works in a different way. My system takes air in, compresses it, cools it down, and then it's still at high pressure, so that pressure can then be used to compress the next lot of incoming air. And that's why it saves electricity. It has the energy moving round and round and round in circles. So it has two chambers. It has a compression chamber and an expansion chamber. And here we have that. That's a section through the machine. That there is the expansion chamber. This is the compression chamber. Now, there are three basic problems with this system. The system was used for refrigeration long before the invention of modern refrigeration, but there are problems. There are three problems. One problem is that you have to treat a huge amount of air. So the machinery back then was huge. I mean, huge, not commercial. Second problem was that often snow forms on the inside of the machine as it works, and that blocks up valves. And the third problem is that the efficiency varies dramatically depending on the conditions it's working in. And my system overcomes those three problems. This system has two rotors. There's an outer rotor, which is that one there. This is a section through the machine, and an inner rotor. The outer rotor moves at a certain pace. The inner rotor rotates at 50% faster, and it generates a working space. On this diagram here, that's the inlet here, and looking at this space here, as the machine works around, you see how that space is getting bigger. and eventually gets to a maximum there. So it uses the same space over and over and over and over again, so that a relatively small machine can treat a huge volume of air.
I felt terrible doing that because I was enjoying listening to it. Any questions? Question over here. Let me just run across to you. It's more for the people online that are watching.
Hello. I'm just wondering, does it heat as well as cool, like reverse cycle?
Yes, it does, heating and cooling, yes. The 3 minutes is nowhere near long enough to explain how this works. That's why the US Patent Office, incidentally, has given me a full patent on this system.
So what's stopping you now? What is it? What is your ask? What is it you're
I am planning to launch this online. At the moment, I'm building a prototype in my garage, and I have to work full time, so it's slow. So what I'm asking is, I'm going to sell 10% at a knockdown price for $400,000 US, and I'm planning to launch it as a public. There are firms specialising in crowdfunding of new investments where the people that donate own part of it. So I'm looking for. I'm going to prone this mainly in the US because that's where I've got my patent. I'm planning to offer 4,000 $100 shares, so get me $400,000 US, which means then I can give up work and work on this full time, which will bring it forward about a year.
And anyone else got any questions? One in the back here.
Thank you all. We're about to answer that. So you're about to build the first prototype. So the first prototype hasn't been built. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, that's correct, and that is why I'm selling it so cheap. But $400,000 US is for 10% is way less than what it's going to be worth. But because I realise it's speculative at this stage, and therefore I'm selling it cheap.
And when you're talking about doing it in the US, have you potentially reached out to any potential customers who are
sorry,
interested?
I can't understand what you're saying.
Sorry, have you reached out to any potential customers, the people who would buy this, and seen if they're interested in this?
I'm not looking at customers. I'm looking at investors, because the system is so good that it will sell itself. I won't have a problem finding customers.
Cool. Any more questions? Perfect. You got one?
Oh, it was just feedback. I guess investors are going to be making sure you've got customers at the end of this. So although you're looking at getting money and that's your first goal, I'd definitely look at customers, because that's what investors are going to be looking at. Rather than just going on your word that this is definitely going to be something people want, they're going to want some more proof.
Okay, yeah. My plan is to get the prototype working, which is currently half built in my garage at the moment. I've got the trade skills to machine these parts very accurately. And my plan is to build a prototype, get consulting engineering firms to come in and verify that what I'm saying is true, and I know it's going to be true. And once I've got that certificate, that authentic, whatever that word is, I will then be in a position to ask for people to take a punt on me. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Sell at a very serious price.
Round of applause. Thank you.
Okay, who's next? Whoop. Do you want me to fly? Go back to Finder. Next one is Pleiades. Pleiades? Am I saying that right? Mr. Sam?
Depends on what country you're in, but that's another conversation. All right, now, hello, can anybody hear me? Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Sam Nelson. I am the founder and CEO of Pleiades, or Pleiades, I guess, if you're from Australia. I'm already on my back slide, so that's starting.
Oh. Can we reset the clock?
That's all right.
We are resetting now.
So I've had two ways of pitching this, and one was sort of hiding my hidden secret because I thought it's too big. But I had an experience last Friday where I was sitting around trying to validate figures from ChatGPT that I was trying to use in a consulting project, and I couldn't find a way back to a single number that this thing was very confidently giving out to me. There's a reason for that. That's because environmental data is spread about a million different silos in different ways that is appearing in the public domain, and AI simply can't track it. So what I'm working on is what's called a federated network. That's where you query a network instead of a database. So you basically can pull all the data off the internet, but also protect privacy. Now this has become really big since COVID in health. We're trying to do it for the environment. It's been a very long journey. How do I go to the next slide? Oh, there you go. So how does a federated model network work? You have to have what's called a common data model. This is a model that can really handle all the data but stay stable. And so you have a bunch of different systems. They all have the same way of organizing data so they can exchange data and they can control and govern that exchange of data. I'm using something called the ODM2 data model. It's from an age when the United States actually used to invest in world-leading research and standards. I was involved in that. Some of the work I did with CSIRO filtered into that. And I've applied that at the Department of Water and Environmental Regulation here, getting all their weird and wonderful data into it. I haven't had to change a thing. It's a beautiful common data model for a federated data system. And I've also had a company, Greenbase, where we had a majority of the resource operations doing their compliance data. So I've got a patent pending way of mapping in any sort of reporting standard. So you can audit it. And then you can pull that data out in a way that's controlled. It's also in a way, if you want to keep it anonymous, you can still share that data and have it be auditable back to source without compromising or keeping control, unless it's just going out in emails right now. It's pretty uncontrolled. Use case. There's a perfect market really for this, and that's sustainable infrastructure ratings, which are embedded in commercial contracts. So we've created a SaaS product that can demonstrate all of the different aspects of our technology, but in a very good market. So it's a huge market. Perth's a leader. Within Australia, which is a leader in sustainable infrastructure governance, it covers 42 sustainability domains, which is what's great with our model. I mean, we can model the Great Barrier Reef in it, so we can handle the complexity. But globally, it's a huge market going in the future. It's probably the most vital one to deal with reaching net zero. I originally practiced for 5 minutes, and I think I would have hit 5 minutes. So hopefully you ask me questions that relate to the rest of my slides.
Okay, any questions?
Sorry to hog the questions. Tell us a bit about the market and competitors and how are you going to stand out?
All right. First, I'm going to cost it according to I'm going to cost things according to the way people actually cost environmental outcomes. We have an outcomes-based pricing system. It's based on about 30 years of experience that we have, so we know that we can hit people where their price point is. But these big infrastructure projects are built in these big multi-stakeholder consortiums. So you get in with one, you're getting into all of them. It's a great networks effect model for building your business model. And I guess, my friend Piers Higgs, I originally pitched this to Woodside in 1998 before the technology had caught up. So I've kind of got a strategic vision. A person working with me, Piers Higgs, has been my collaborator for 25 years. He runs a software shop with 35 people. So he has to get $8 million of revenue, so this guy knows about business development. So the two of us together are bringing this to market.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anything AI and data, I'm a massive fan, so thank you. The data store that you're talking about, do I have to move my data into your data store, or does it integrate with my existing data stores that I have?
No, you create your own little data store with that format, which is an open source thing, so you can integrate it appropriately. But we'll give you the API structure to be able to do that easily.
So I'd have to move the data that I have already existing into your ODM data store to use the system, is that correct?
Yeah, you have to create an ETL to make it work.
Extract, translate, and load. ETL. Question, what is your ask?
Yeah, I'm looking for about $1 million. for 20% of the company, because what we want to do now is scale it up and really, if we're going to make this work as a federated network, these are large sales cycles. It's going to take a while to get into them. We've already got a good hook into infrastructure projects in Western Australia, but if we're going to ramp this and scale this, we need external financing.
Cool. Thank you very much. That's your 2 minutes. Okay, then. Fine.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Sam. Cheers. All right. Oh, yeah, give us the clicker. Fantastic. Who's next? SavvyWise. Drew, come on up. Let's make sure you're on All right. Clock ready? Take it away.
Imagine you're an accountant. You've just spent 3 tedious hours doing tax research, and you have to decide, have you checked everything? Is your advice correct? And can you bill for all that time? Hi, I'm Drew, co-founder of SavvyWise, the accountant's time-saving, revenue-generating AI assistant for tax research and more. When accountants use SavvyWise to get their time back and bill more hours, they do so in a familiar interface to ChatGPT. They submit their query and SavvyWise responds, citing references from a curated knowledge base of tax legislation, rulings, cases, and expert commentary. This benefits accountants as opposed to general AIs, which often cite low-quality sources such as the ATO Community Forum, which is like going down to the pub to get tax advice. I've spoken with accountants who are actively looking for this solution. One managing director put it like this: if it saves me an hour at our charge rate, heck yeah, it's worth it. There are early entrants to this space, but only the slow-moving incumbent has adoption on an older solution. The international competitors will find it difficult to enter the market due to needing a completely different knowledge base. We sell subscriptions to an industry that makes consistent income, good profits, and once the software is embedded in their workflows, they're loath to change to alternatives. In Australia, there's 37,000 accounting firms, 200,000 accountants. Compliance costs $50 billion per year. This is a global problem, and we have global ambitions, but we're following Xero's success path by dominating Australia first. In the US, a company with a similar product this month raised $122 million. I bring domain expertise and a track record of marketing and sales. My co-founder, Augustia, brings technical expertise with professional experience in AI and software development. We have a team member, Kashyap, who's a developer too. Our mission is to help accountants reduce the compliance burden at scale so businesses can focus on what they do best, providing great service, products, innovations, improving the world. We have 10 accounting firms ready to use our MVP, some of these with over 100 accountants. We've started conversations with investors from unsolicited interest, and we're looking to raise a 7-figure seed round. So if you're an investor who can add value to SavvyWise, please talk to me. Thank you. How'd I go?
Sweet presentation. I like it. Very to the point.
Give me the brutal feedback.
No, you had 19 seconds on it. Question. Have you thought about any other markets other than accountants?
Absolutely, yeah. The grander vision would be to hit up the wide spectrum of compliance issues that businesses have to deal with, and not only just sell to accountants, but sell to other advisors and business owners themselves.
Okay. Any other questions? Otherwise, I've got 100 for you. Got one over here.
Yeah, so aside from RAG, what differentiates your agent in the background? Are there other things working in the background to make it better than just using ChatGPT on my own?
Can I add to that? Sorry, this is kind of a variant on. What's your moat?
Well, as we all know, it's not all about the product, right? It's about the marketing and the branding. Right now, like I mentioned, accountants, once they've got a software, they really don't like to change. So it's all about speed to market, embedding yourself in that market and driving growth based on that revenue. To answer your question about the software, it's about understanding the workflows that accountants need and giving them that experience, tailored experience.
So your moat, if anyone doesn't know what your moat is, it's like a castle, a moat around a castle. What's stopping the competition from coming into you? How are you going to differentiate?
We're going to differentiate by our main aim is to be the category leader. You know, once you're in the mind of your customer, they seldom look elsewhere. But yeah, I'm not saying that's an easy moat to build, but that's the goal.
So Drew, you're an accountant. You've got customers. Are you using this on a daily basis to improve your workflow? Is it ready yet? Is it in the market?
Well, I'm no longer a practicing accountant, and it's going to be out to the market next month.
Okay. Any other questions?
Oh, do I have anything in it?
Probably not a question, but just some feedback. I loved your presentation. It was tight, it was concise. I knew exactly what you about, what you wanted. Just tidy and really, really got your message across. So well done.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
I would just say on your presentation as well, like I say, the reason I ask is yours just accountants, because I know we've got that problem in our business now, and we would pay a subscription as we speak. So,
number one customer, ready to go. Get him on it. Nice. Okay. We have the virtual construction office. Please make her welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Lucky last. My name's Louise. I am the founder of the Virtual Construction Office. When you see a builder or a tradesperson on site, you usually see the high-vis, the tools, the building, but what you don't see is what happens behind closed doors at night, the quoting, the reconciling, the scheduling, replying to clients, chasing leads, and some building quotes can take up to 40 hours. That's hours lost with family, missed dinners, missed sports games, missed time for yourself, and isn't that why most of us go into business, for freedom of time and money? My husband Andy and I started Perth Construction Services with big dreams of building healthy homes and ecopods and having more freedom. But instead we found ourselves drowning. Andy was often on the tools and buried in admin at night, and I was on the computer most of the day and also stuck on the computer at night, also juggling 2 toddlers and just trying to keep up with the demand. Hiring local admin support wasn't an option. It was simply too expensive for a small business like ours, and we felt trapped. Then, almost 4 years ago, I found out I was pregnant with our 3rd child. I went into a state of panic. We had no parent support, and I thought, how on earth am I going to manage a newborn, 2 young kids, and the mountain of admin that was swallowing our business and us whole? Something had to change. That's when we were introduced to the world of virtual assistants. For the first time, I realised we didn't have to do it ourselves and didn't have to pay the huge cost of hiring locally either. Our very first VA took over the bookkeeping, admin, tracking, and even the inbox chaos. It felt like a huge weight had been lifted off our shoulders. Suddenly we could breathe again. We could be parents and business owners, not just slaves to the paperwork, while still giving our clients a great experience. But along the way, we also discovered something important. One VA can't do it all. Just like tradies, you'd never expect one tradie to complete an entire project on their own. VAs have specialities too. Today we have a team of 6 highly skilled VAs: social media manager, estimator, cost tracker, admin support, a bookkeeper, graphic designer and a CRM expert, each doing what they're best at, and together making our business run smoothly. Our business is growing, so now we can afford to hire locally, and our projects support the community around us. Our experience and all lessons we learned the hard way inspired us to create the Virtual Construction Office. It's a platform built by builders, for builders and tradies, so no one else has to go through the burnout we did. It's about scaling your business with a team that supports you and has your back in a way that's affordable and practical. We help tradies and builders hire and train their first VA, create standard operating procedures that actually work, communicate and collaborate effectively with VAs, and how to use AI to aid their work. We put in place simple systems that save hours each week, and we help them reclaim their time, their families and their lives. It doesn't stop there.
Unfortunately, yes, it does stop there. All right, any questions on that? No questions? Oh, good on you, Erin.
I loved it. As someone who spends time in the construction industry, it was a fantastic pitch. We've got another pitch session coming up in a few months about social enterprises. So maybe we can have you back to talk about Build It Forward. Give you 3 minutes to talk about that.
Thank you.
But what I was really interested in was what your customer funnel was. So how you were going to attract people to use this beautiful platform.
So it just is going to be through marketing. So the course will be finished next month, and I've got a beta project. I've got clients already ready to go. I'm within a group of builders and trades. So my beta project will be ready to go next month, and then following that, then it's going to be through marketing, through social media, Instagram, and probably paid ads, just to get the word out there, and also. Just attending tradies and builders events around Perth to be able to get that out there as well. Thank you.
Quick question for myself. Essentially, is it a platform, is it technology, or is it like a back office service that you're offering?
So 2 things. I'm going to run a workshop which will have, there'll be 3 sessions. There'll be 2 teaching sessions and 1 session where it's going to be, working during that session. And then there'll be a platform as well with all of the videos, templates, and everything else that tradies and builders can look back on and get the recordings when that time suits them.
Cool. Any other questions?
Yeah, just what are you looking for? Looking for customers?
Just a following, I suppose, at this stage. If you know any builders or trades that you think that this might help, just follow. Let me just click over. Or the other way. Follow the Virtual Construction Office on Instagram and Facebook, and just watch out for when the course drops and grab your spot.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Louise. Woo. All right, and I think that is the last one.
It is. Well done.
Yay, well
a big
done.
round of applause for everyone again.
Good job. It's always one of those things, getting up in front of people, the nerves are going, you're sitting there for ages and the heart's racing, click's not working, all that stuff. So the more reps you get in, the better that you'll be the time you're actually doing the pitch that matters. Not that this one doesn't. It's being live streamed to the world and everyone now knows about your startup. So thank you very much for volunteering and getting in the pitch practice.
So I think the overall feedback from myself, if I'm the critical one here, is essentially, you probably have seen it yourselves, is that your pitch has to be really succinct. The whole point that you're pitching is you're essentially trying to get a second conversation. You're not trying to share your life story. You're not trying to give them the whole back office in 3 minutes. You're essentially just going to give them enough information to just spruik someone's interest in the crowd to go, do you know what, after this is all done, I'm going to go and have a separate conversation with that person, and then I'll dig a little bit into the weeds. You'll notice from a few of the slides, there was just war and peace on some, and then there was probably nothing on others, and there's probably a happy medium in between. So if you're looking to pitch, there are different ways to pitch. I would definitely go and recommend you Google or ChatGPT, and it'll be standard pitch, which is problem, solution, market, etc., team, validation, etc. Or there's also the Y Combinator one, which is essentially you go, this is a bit different. It's a different way of pitching, and I would recommend you go and Google and watch some of the Y Combinator pitches from the Valley, and they're a very different type of pitch.
The general idea is get people excited as hell about what you're doing. Is to get that follow-up conversation.
You might be emotionally invested to your idea, but if you go too deep, you'll lose the audience, right? Yeah. So if it's too complicated, we as humans are, very basic when it comes to this sort of stuff. I'll have to read a long slide, and I'm having to listen to you. If it doesn't come in and I'm burning too many calories, I will tune out. And
it's so tempting to put everything that you do up on the slide, and you're in the weeds, and you just want everyone to know about every little aspect. But just keep it high level, get people excited, and that's the goal. All right, so bring out your Slack app if everyone signed up for Slack.
So one thing we also did was, whilst we're doing the Slack, and I'll give you a second, is Erin, I've wired a virtual $100,000 to your account. Okay, and I'm going to give it to yourself as well because you're a sponsor. I've wired $100,000 virtual dollars to your account as well. If you were to back someone today with that virtual 100,000, Erin, who would it be?
All right.
Put you on the spot.
Gee, no pressure, hey? I would go with SavvyWise, and the logic behind that is the logic behind the funnel. So one of the things that I always look at is, and you probably noticed from the nature of my questions, is marketing is expensive. It is absolutely the most expensive thing for most startups. And the business model for SavvyWise of working through accountants is genius because it means that you're not dropping all of your investment dollars on social media.
Nice one. All right,
grand,
Drew,
where are you spending it?
Go grab your 100 grand.
I'll put the context that I only saw the first two and the last two, so that probably is slightly unfair, and I hate to follow suit, but I thought Drew's pitch was fantastic, so I'm with SavvyWise as well.
Woo! Mr. Glue?
Drew. So based on the pitch, yeah, I think Drew, you did a really slick job. You had the problem, the solution, all the things that you want, and even the competition, all of that stuff you covered. It's going to be really interesting to see how it proceeds. And
400,000, I too would be Drew as well, and I think you could all see, because we even got feedback from the audience, which was very clear, very succinct, very to the point, within the 3 minutes. That's what we're looking for. If you're an investor in the room, and again, we've all learnt it, because while some of you pitched, it is exactly how we all started pitching, 10 or so years ago, and you kind of learn as you go through, you refine it. So thank you everybody anyway for coming along.
Go and click the icon down the bottom. If you disagree with us, I think we might have just influenced some icons down the bottom there. Cool. Okay, cool. So we've got the two construction ones, Virtual Construction Office and Educated Builds, climbing up there as well. Well done. Good job. Or was that a bit of social media in the background? Come and join and vote for me? No? All good. Cool. So jump on Slack, ask any more questions, any more feedback that you've got for any of the participants. But in the meantime, go enjoy the food, get to know each other. Toilets are down this way. Thanks for the shout out if you need them. Or fancy ones if you've got a RIF key out the back.
I'm going to go close the coffee tab out, so if you did want a second coffee, come and grab one now very quickly. But I'm going to thank you to Purpose, thank you to our sponsors, thank you to...
And don't forget this in 2 weeks' time. How to build and monetize an app in 30 minutes. See you there.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for the question.
Thank you.